it going?
Welcome to Club Star Wars, everybody. How are you? Hey, is that an Ewok I see?
It is. How's it going?
I think we might have even arranged to get one on the show shortly.
Yeah.
Not only an Ewok as well.
No.
You know, it sounds very pleasing where you're sat, Matt. Lots of singing birdies out there.
It is. It's a nice evening out there. It's been raining pretty much all day. It's cleared up, and the birds are out.
You're just trying to recreate the Endor Forest just to get in the
that's the one.
Of things.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, welcome to the show, everyone. Don't forget, if you've got any questions for Mr. Andy Hurd, then please drop them into comments, either if you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube. We will get them either way, and we can bring them up on screen, and Andy can answer them for you. So, I think without any further ado, we should introduce our guest. Let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Andy Hurd.
Hey! Hello.
Hey!
Nice to be here.
How you doing, sir?
I'm fine, thank you. Andy.
All the way from Belgium, isn't it?
Yes, I live in Belgium. Yes.
Yeah. How long have you been out there, Andy?
Just over 20 years now.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. It's gone quick.
It does
go quick. It does go quick. Where does time go?
As soon as the grey starts turning up in the beard, it goes really quick, doesn't it?
Oh, it's not just in the beard, I tell you.
So I believe it's lovely out there. So did you initially go out there for work, or did you end up going out?
Originally, yes. We went to do a big musical, Snow White, obviously, but it was like an opera musical, and
all right.
Yeah. And I met my wife while I was out here, and that's how I ended up here. Really, just she didn't want to live in England, so I had to live in Belgium. So
quite right.
Yeah,
it's always a woman's fault.
That's right. Of course, got to blame the women.
Whoops!
Oh,
hey,
hello.
Matt's drunk already.
Malfunction.
Yeah, well, a lovely place to end up. Oh, hang on. I think we've already got some comments coming in. Let's have a look here. Evening, lads.
Hey.
For the weekly stalk.
Oh, hello.
The weekly stalk. How you doing, Brian?
And
his name's not really Brian, but anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's his code name. So, I think a friend of yours. Hey, Andy.
Oh, Melissa. Yes, I know Melissa.
Snell. Yeah.
Hello, hey, Melissa.
Also, Magali Garson. Hey, guys, and Andy, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Hope you're well too.
Excellent.
And that's
my stepson. That's my stepson.
Hey, good lad.
Good job. He's a big
Lorda. Yeah, he's a big fan too. Yeah. He also lives here in Belgium.
Oh yeah.
Can't blame him. So, so in terms of the entertainment business, Andy, was it something you were always interested in? Did you see the particular actor or a particular film that made you think, I'd love to be in the movies or in entertainment?
No, not really. I suppose it was an accident. I was living with my mum at the time, and I was very young, and there was an article in the local paper saying they needed little people to play Ewoks in the next coming Star Wars movie, which was Return of the Jedi, and you had to. They gave a number, and I called them, and they asked how tall I was, and I told them, and they said, "Oh, can you come over to the studio? To the studios at Elstree?" And I said, "Yeah, no problem," because then I lived in Berkhamsted in Hertfordshire, which wasn't so far away, and more or less an hour or two later, I was at the studios being. First they saw me, and they had a look, and they said, "Oh, right, okay, can you go for a costume fitting?" I said, "Oh yeah, no problem." So it wasn't an audition or anything. I think they just desperate for little people really at the time.
Oh, right. So did you actually try the Ewok costume on there and then?
No, we didn't have it then. They weren't ready, but they showed us like drawings and pieces of the material they were going to make it from and stuff like that. And no, they just measured us up, and we had to go back in a few more days and then try the costumes on, and that's it really. And that's when I first met Brian Wheeler as well. So, and he lived in Hemel Hempstead. He lived in Hemel Hempstead at the time. And then that's how we became friends after that, because he was just in the next town from me. So, and I didn't even know he was there, and he didn't know I was in Berkhamsted. So,
So always great to see the two of you together. Which we've managed a couple of times.
That's right.
Yeah. So, I mean, did when they showed the material, I mean, was your first thoughts like, oh Jesus, this is going to be really hard?
No, not really. It was all new to me, really. I was a bit starstruck, I suppose. You know, sort of like I thought I'd have to audition, and I didn't really audition. And they more or less told me, you know, go straight up for a costume fitting, and it didn't really hit me until I got home again, I suppose. Really, it was all like a big surprise, you know. I was expecting a lot of like auditioning and things like that, and I thought, oh, I haven't got a chance, you know. I'll give it a go, see what happens, and I didn't, like that. I just got the job just like, and I think most of the dwarfs did. You know, so the same way. But Brian and myself, we were very lucky because we didn't live far from the studios. So every time they wanted to try something with the Ewoks, and like they wanted to practice what we could do, Brian and I were always the ones called in to do it all. So which was really nice. Because
you were so local to the place. So
I suppose so. Yes. Yeah.
That's great. Right, so we've got a few more comments.
Okay.
Here we go. Andy, we love you.
Yeah, I love you too, Shoni. that's a
beautiful lady as well.
Yes, my stepson's wife.
I commend him on his taste. Good lad. So who else have we got here? We've got Melissa's had another comment. We love you, Fuji House.
Fuji House.
Yeah, I love Fuji House too.
You love Fuji.
So we've got an Ewok related question here from Magali.
Okay.
It's not too difficult to wear the Ewok costume, is it? Yeah, was it difficult to wear? I assume that's.
Yeah, it was actually. It was very difficult. You had like 5 inches thick of padding all around you, foam padding. Underneath that, you had a toweling suit. I have a picture of it actually, but I forgot to bring it. I should have brought it. And in a toweling, yes. We had the toweling suit, then the foam, and then the fur on top of that. And you're under hot, bright lights. And when they used to take our heads off, we used to steam like a racehorse after it had done a race. You know, like it was terrible. And many of us passed out and fainted. And
how long were you expected to wear the suit for? Like
all day, day was it? We used to take it off at lunchtime.
Yeah,
you know, but most of the time it was all day long. Yes.
Wow.
Well, it was good for losing weight. Yeah, you could, but the eyes used to steam up. They used to clean the inside of the eyes with I don't know, something that you put on cars to stop the windows steaming up. But it didn't always work. So because there was so much steam inside and sweat and the problem was when you've done one day, they'd hang the costumes up and try and dry them out for the next day. And when you put them on, they were never dry because they were spun. And they were all cold and wet when you used to put them on. Oh, it was disgusting. It really was.
I suppose it started to smell as well after a wee while.
Yeah, they used to spray them as well. They used to spray them.
Right.
Yeah.
Stewing in your own juices.
Oh my God, yes.
You're seeing them scenes those scenes particularly were filmed in the forest of San Francisco.
No, we didn't do that. They used American dwarfs for that, except for the main characters. We were at EMI Studios, and the Ewok village was built high up on a scaffolding in a massive studio, and it was fantastic. I mean, the village was absolutely stunning. You'd think you were in the middle of a forest, you know.
Yeah,
it was just so hot. Yeah,
I understand that. From I think it was Mike Hembury was talking about it, and also Tim Admiral Akbar, Tim Rose.
Oh yeah, Tim. Yes.
Yeah, he mentioned it. So he said that on the Ewok village they kind of built because you've got the railings. He said they were kind of more built to standard person height rather than Ewok height.
Yeah, that's true.
So they're a little bit tall.
Really. Yeah, we could have gone underneath very easily, but luckily we didn't need to go near the edge. So it was big enough.
What he did say was that because of like you're saying about the heat and people fainting and stuff.
Yeah.
That eventually, they apparently became somebody. It was known as the Ewok catcher, so that when the Ewoks fainted, they would be catching them off the Ewok village.
Oh, here comes another one. Way!
That's Ewok.
At least you have nice padded suits.
Yeah, that's true. We'd have been okay when we hit the ground.
There was another one. There was another one that he mentioned as well. I don't know if you've seen this, if you had the helmet on at the time or what, whether you actually saw it. But there was something, I forget, maybe it was to do with the lasers, like what they were using, like little fireworks or something. And apparently, like Kenny he was Pablo, wasn't he? So he had the Pablo costume on. Kenny Baker, of course. And his costume caught fire.
I remember that.
And whoever it was dived on him to put him out, but all Kenny knew inside the costume was that somebody had jumped on him. So he immediately got up and took the helmet off and then...
That's right. He didn't have a clue he was on fire.
So you all learned that not to mess with Kenny Baker.
No. He was more agile in those days as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But it must have been really cool. Like, was that the most little people that you'd ever hung out with at one time?
Yeah,
in your life up until that point. So it must have been.
That's right. I mean,
great.
Brian was the first little person I'd ever. We had a girl when I was at school, but I don't know, for some reason she avoided me like the plague, or for some reason. But Brian was the first dwarf that I became friends with, ever.
Yeah.
And the first dwarf I'd ever hung out with, Normally I'd always hang around with my friends, but none of them were dwarfs. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it must have been. A cool
it was quite an experience. Yeah.
So we've got a few more questions in the comments. Sorry.
Okay, no problem.
This is from Joey Matthews, a mate of mine who's a singer.
Okay.
Did you get to keep anything offset?
No. The security was very tight. We were never allowed. We were never allowed outside, because we used to have to go outside because we were so hot. But we were never allowed outside with our heads on, just the bodysuit and no gloves on. And I did get a sneaky picture of what's his name? Alan. He was one of the Ewoks. Alan. Oh, I forgot his last name now. Bennett. Alan Bennett. I got a photo of Alan Bennett. Yeah.
But he was the older guy.
That's right. Yes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Did he get a sneaky picture of Alan Bennett and sneak it offset?
Yeah. But we were never allowed cameras normally. I had it hidden in my costume, but but they used to would try and search you and everything, So
yeah.
Well, we couldn't keep anything.
We're going to come to your pictures in a minute because we have got some belters that you managed to sneak. So we've got some more comments here. Karen Miller, hi Andrew. Weird seeing you in an interview.
Oh, that's my sister.
Hi Karen.
She lives in Norfolk.
You not realise that your brother's a superstar?
Exactly.
It's a Star Wars legend over here.
Yeah.
Okay, and Melissa said, can you do the walk of an Ewok? Can you still do the walk, Andy?
Oh, yeah, it's not much to it, really. You can't bend your legs because you're all wrapped up. It's just like, I don't know. You walk like a Martian, I suppose. I don't know.
Straight legs. Yeah, straight legs.
Straight legs, yeah.
So we've got another one here.
Okay.
Great show as usual, guys. Looking forward to potential crossover show. Ooh, that's guys over at Stars in Cars. They do a really good job. Right. They raise a lot of money for Daring House charity.
Oh, okay.
So that's a great event.
Well done, Stars and Cars.
Well done to you. So, so how did we get from? So obviously you were cast as the Ewok. Was that the first stuff that you actually shot? The Ewok stuff.
Yes, we did the Ewoks first. And then we did like 2 weeks on Ewoks, and then it was all coming to an end. And then Richard Marquand came up to Brian and myself and asked if we'd like to stay on as Jawas in Jabba's palace. And of course we said we'd love to, you know. So we did another 2 weeks as Jawas as well. So
wow.
So I mean, and you, sorry, go on.
What? No, I wasn't going to say anything.
Okay, yeah. So you're in kind of quite a lucky position there, because really, on both of those sets, you were in with the big three with all the stars, right? You're in with Harrison.
Yeah.
Kerry,
yeah.
You're in with Mark. You're in with Anthony. You're in with Kenny.
That's
Peter.
right.
They're all there. So I mean, did you get a much sense of them as individuals across that 4-week period?
Yeah, mostly. From I suppose Harrison was he kept himself to himself more or less. We got photos with him and things like that, but he wasn't all that chatty. Mark Hamill, he was fantastic. He was just totally mad. And Carrie was fun as well, but not as fun as Mark. Mark was, I don't know. He was just a laugh all the time. You know, we had a brilliant time with him. He was always with us in our changing rooms and mucking about, and also with his family as well. And but Mark was brilliant. We had great fun with Mark. He was always he's a right joker, you know. And so was Carrie. Carrie was a joker. She was always laughing about things and stuff, but but Mark
and he played the Joker as well, so there you go.
Yeah, that's right. On a radio show, wasn't it?
Well, animated, the animated
cartoon
series,
animated. That's it. Yes,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, so we'll show you the picture there. There's a brilliant picture of you and Mark, and
that's it.
And is that little Nathan?
Costume.
That Nathan,
Nathan Hamill,
yeah. That's the costume the outfit we wore under the Ewok suits to absorb all the sweat.
Is that right?
That's the toweling suit.
So he probably had a wet arm there.
So that was probably what round the back of the Ewok village set then, that one.
Yes, yeah. That's where you can get a drink and stuff, you know, and you just sit there drinking. Not alcohol, but everything else.
So did your Ewok have a name in the Star Wars universe? Or was it Ewok number 3 or something?
Yeah, no, I was just a general Ewok, really. I was the one I was the one in front carrying C-3PO into the village when we captured him. We were carrying the sedan chair thing. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get a screen grab of that.
Oh yeah, and okay, yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, fine, thanks. And and when I was a Jawa though, I I didn't know till afterwards, but I was Herat. I was a
Herat.
female Jawa.
Oh,
Herat,
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Apparently, I was a female Jawa. So.
So you did the high voice when you were in there.
Yeah.
So
With a lippy on.
I'll just quickly show these. I'll just quickly show these other pictures. So this is you and the main man, Harrison.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
was this off the back of Ewok?
That was also the back of the set. Yes.
Yeah. So that was the Ewok set as well. Yeah.
That was all the Ewok set too. Yes.
Yeah. And here's you.
I think we
Warwick.
Yeah, and Warwick, very young Warwick.
Yeah.
Well, young me too, but
yeah, grown a tash by that point as well.
Yeah. I think I was 22. I was 22 then.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a few more comments here.
Okay.
Hi Andy, good to see you doing your thing. From Matthew Woodman.
Thank you, Matt. Yeah, Matt's a good friend of mine. We do panto together quite a lot.
Oh, right.
And he's also an actor. Yes.
Excellent stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt. Good to see you.
A good friend. Yeah, nice to see you, Matt. I hope all the family's well.
We've also got Chris Burko Superstar. Nice one, Andy Hurd. That's from Chris Lamborn.
Thank you, Chris. Long time no see. That's a school chum.
Oh, is it? Really?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Oh, this is great.
Yeah.
So we've got. Let's jump. Well, we'll come back to that question. What else we got? Oh yeah. What do you think about the end of the Star Wars saga? Do you like it, or do you imagine another end? I suppose that's the new sequel movies. Did you see them? Did you? Like them?
I haven't actually seen the last one.
The Rise of Skywalker. Yeah.
Is that the one where? Oh yeah, I've seen that one. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I thought it was okay. I mean, I'm not. I know I was in Star Wars, and people get a bit funny with me when I say this, but I'm not really a Star Wars fan. I do enjoy it, but I saw all the first trilogy, the old films and things, but I haven't really seen many of the old ones, the new ones.
Yeah.
No.
Say, just because you're in it doesn't necessarily mean you have to be a fan.
No.
Oh, you'll be surprised. Some people get angry with me because I'm not a fan. Really? Yeah. It's really funny.
I think.
What are your favourite movies? What kind of genre are you into? If you were sitting down on a quiet night, what would you put on?
I love comedy. I love films that make me laugh. Yeah, mostly films like that. I do like horror films, not gory horror films, but I like horror films.
Spooky.
And like you get. Oh, how do you get? Like you're jumping in your seat sometimes and things like that. And and something with a twist at the end. Yeah. I like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we got loads of absolutely. You're the most popular guest we've ever had here, Andy. I think.
Oh really?
Andy, mate, you still sound the same as 30 odd years ago.
Thank you, Rod. another school chum.
Brilliant.
Excellent.
Isn't this awesome? This is
this is like an episode of This Is Your Life, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Get the red book.
Yeah. Just looking around for my red book.
From them all. Yeah, it's great.
Is this his girlfriend as well? I don't know, Chris.
Yeah.
He ain't grown much.
Oh, he ain't grown much. Long. How do you know? I'm sitting down.
Yeah. Cheeky bugger, Chris. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, and from all around the world as well. Hi, Andy. Greetings from Gran Canaria.
Oh, thank you, Carl. Hope you're having fun out there.
Yeah, you should be.
Yeah, so another good friend.
Let's jump away from. Well, in fact, let's just finish up on the Jawas. So you were both cast together as the Jawas.
Yes, that's right.
And so, what were your main? There's kind of the bit where you're sort of peeping through the gate, isn't it? When
that was a deleted. That was actually a deleted scene where Mark Hamill is fighting the monster in the pit. You know, he's actually fighting, And there was a scene where Brian and I had to run across this trellis, and with these rubber-handled rifles, and we had to run across the trellis and hit Mark Hamill's hands to make him let go, because he was trying to escape, trying to get out. And but the problem was with the Jawa costumes, you can only see just about direct in front of you, and we had to walk across a trellis which was about, I don't know, 3 inches, 4 inches wide, and and every time we did it, we fell, and of course you can imagine, because we had those pajama suits or those toweling suits underneath, and every time we fell down, you hit your private parts, because your legs go through the bars, and we were absolutely in agony, you know, because we couldn't see, we didn't know what was happening.
Oh my God!
And I think
that's where the Jawa's voice comes from, then, isn't it? The high.
That's right. Yeah, the high pitched voice. Yeah, that was us.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and like I say, we did 20 takes, and they about 20 takes, and they never even used it. So.
Right.
So you bounce your balls off the floor for no reason.
Yeah.
Bastard.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, but it was fun. Yeah.
The glamour of Hollywood, eh?
That's it. Yeah. I mean, it's true. They say about the glamour, but when you're actually working, it's not really glamorous. It's sometimes it's hell, you know.
Yeah, it's like 99% waiting around, isn't it? Like.
Yeah, that as well. It's like on Harry Potter. I mean, sometimes you go in like 5 o'clock in the morning, and you're getting 5 hours makeup for the goblin masks, and you're sitting around all day, and sometimes you're not even used at all for that day.
No.
So you've got to be on standby all the time, and like I say, and it must cost a lot of money to do the makeup, you know, and everything.
Yeah.
But I mean, they make loads of money anyway on the films, don't they? So.
Oh yeah, but the makeup in particular was very good for Harry Potter. In fact, we'll come to that in a moment.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I'll quickly do a bit of work here, and I'll get you a picture up. But we've had a Harry Potter related question actually, so let's move over to that for a second. So this is from Scott Townsend. What was it like to work on Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2?
Oh, it was brilliant. I mean, there were a lot of us there, and I saw. I mean, some of the little guys I hadn't seen since Return of the Jedi, you know, and stuff. So it was really good. It was quite a good reunion, and met a lot of new little guys as well. But working on the film was fantastic. I loved it. Like the only downfall was the 5 hours in makeup, and it was really funny because you had 2 or 3 people working on you at the same time on your face, and a lot of the time I actually fell asleep. I actually fell asleep while they were doing my face. And I used to wake up, and I said, "Oh, I hope I wasn't snoring or drooling or anything, was I?" And but they said no, I was fine. So, but whether they were just saying that to be friendly, kind, I don't know. But
that would have been.
But it is very soothing when you've got people all working on your face like this, and it's. Quite easy
to relax away a bit too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would have been Sean, wouldn't it? Sean Harrison that he would have been doing.
Yeah, but my makeup artists were I've forgotten their names now. I had a lovely young lady and also a man, and they were they're both quite well known makeup artists. So. But I can't remember their names anymore. It might come to me in a minute.
I should be prompting you at this point, but I can't think of it either. There's only really Sean that I know because he was working out of Manchester for quite some time, and I know he did. It was
Sean. Actually, you know, my pictures for the conventions. I got a lot of my photos from Sean, so he sent me some. Yeah,
like the makeup test photos. In fact, we can.
Yeah.
I've just managed to drag it out, so here we go. Here's your.
Oh yeah, that's it.
That's your makeup.
It's just amazing, isn't it? What they can do these days. That's absolutely
it is amazing. Yes, yeah. It was brilliant.
So you did. All your stuff was the Gringotts was on the Gringotts Bank set. Is that right?
Yeah, we did the Gringotts Bank, and we were actually killed by the dragon as well. When we were sort of like, it was all green screen, but we were downstairs hiding behind the pillars when the dragon's firing flames at us and stuff like that, and we were killed by the dragon in the end.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
So very, very cool. And that was. Did you work on the other ones as well? Sorry, go on.
No, just that one. Yes. I was going to do the first one, but they asked me. Willow management asked me if I wanted to do it, and they sort of said about it, but it was. I mean, nobody really knew what Harry Potter was then, and it was because I was actually living in Belgium, and the budget wasn't very much, and I think if I'd have done it, I would have lost money by the time I paid my fares to get over and stuff like that. So I actually turned it down. But when Deathly Hallows came out, they needed quite a lot of us, so I agreed to do that. Yeah.
Cool. More comments. Sue Fair says hi, Andy.
Hi, Sue. Long time no see. Another school chum.
Brilliant. This is great. So, Melissa I think likes the Harry Potter a little bit too much.
Sexy photo from you, the Goblin. Oh, thank you very much. Next time I see you, I'll wear my mask.
So this is this is a question really we probably all want to know the answer to, really. So
okay,
you'll know how it's affected, the COVID situation's affected all of this. So when is your next when will your next convention happen?
I'm not really sure. They've all mostly been cancelled, but I've got one in France, I think, at the end of the year. But apart from that, that's all I've got at the moment. So hopefully they'll start coming in again. But yeah,
we've got a comment from another superstar here.
All right,
fellow Ewok, Katie Purvis. Hey.
All right, Katie, how are you?
Hi, Katie.
Everyone knows Katie. All the little people. Yeah, she's lovely. Yeah.
And Katie's dad, Jack Purvis, of course. Kenny's.
That's right. Yes.
Kenny's pal.
He's a lovely guy, Jack. Yes.
Yeah.
Jack and Katie were both Ewoks as well. So.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Katie
brilliant.
was the mummy Ewok, wasn't she?
That's right. Yes, she had the little baby.
Yeah. We had a great chat at London Film and Comic Con last year because my dad worked with the Mini-Tones in the cabaret clubs and stuff like that. So
right.
He told me a few memories of Jack. He was very fond of him, as was my mum. So it was really good to meet Katie and put that together.
Yeah, many years ago we did I did a Holiday on Ice, and we toured all of Italy doing the show, and actually Jack was there filming Baron Munchausen. And he actually came to see us, and he spent a day with us, and we had a great time. Yeah, Jack was a lovely guy, really, really nice guy.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
sorely
stuff.
missed.
Yes, sorely missed indeed. Absolutely. So we've got as was another picture here. So we've done Harry Potter, we've done Star Wars. Now I'll just let you explain the story behind this picture, Andy, because it's
okay.
If you've not seen this, people who are watching out there, you're going to love it. So here we go.
Right. Oh.
The muscles from Brussels, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Being beaten up by Andy.
Last summer I did a TV commercial, with some other little guys from over here. Do you know Edwin Alofs? Do you know Edwin? No, I don't know.
I don't think I've met him. No.
No. Well, yeah, he runs an agency as well, and we did this commercial for Orange, and we were playing the evil goblins from outer space, and and we had laser beam eyes, and it was all for a commercial. Yeah. And but Jean-Claude was he had to kill us. He actually killed us in the end, and right. he was the hero, and we were the baddies. And but no, he was good fun. He was a good laugh. You know, I just said to him, "Oh, could I get a picture with you, Jean-Claude?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, "Let's make it interesting." He says, "Right, what I want you to do is pretend you're punching me, and then I'll duck away, and it'll look like you're beating me up and all this stuff." And I said, "Oh, brilliant!" I mean, I didn't expect him to do that. And his assistant was with him. His assistant, and she says, he says to his assistant, "Oh, take pictures for me too. I want to put these on the website." So, I've looked. I've never seen him on his website, so I don't know. Right. Yeah. But no, they were great pictures for me. Yeah, I love them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Much better than
Yeah. No, he was great fun, Jean-Claude. He was brilliant.
You can say one of the very few people who's beaten up Jean-Claude Van Damme. So
yeah. A lot of people are impressed by that picture, actually.
Yeah, it's
a lot of people say he deserves it as well. I hope he's not watching this.
Bad time he was brought down a peg or two.
Yeah, that's it.
Had another comment from Katie.
Okay.
Hi, Paddy. You're looking good too.
Oh, it's for you.
Oh, well, there you go.
Thanks, Katie. Checks in the post.
So, before we move on from Star Wars, can I just ask you what is your favourite memory of working on Star Wars? And in contrast to that, what is your worst memory of working on Star Wars?
Oh, favourite memory on Star Wars? Oh, gosh. I don't really know. Star Wars, I don't think I really have a favourite memory.
Just a whole experience.
Yeah. And the only bad experience was the Ewok costumes. But right. I mean, when we were in Jawa costumes, we couldn't see very well. But they were just a robe, and it was fantastic. You know, like after wearing an Ewok costume for 2 weeks, and then going into a Jawa costume for 2 weeks, it was bliss.
Heaven.
It was. Yeah, it really was bliss. Yeah.
Apart from the
pardon?
Apart from that, poof.
Yeah. I was the Jawa cooling Jabba in Jabba the Hutt. I was the one with the palm tree leaf. Yeah. But we actually when they moved the camera around, because it looked there were actually 4 of us. There was Brian, myself, Maureen Charlton, and Carol Reed. We were the only Jawas in Jabba's palace.
Yeah. And
very often when they moved the camera around, they moved the Jawas around too. So it looked like there was a lot more Jawas in Jabba's palace too. So we were all over the place.
Trickery.
Yes, that's it. Yeah. Camera trickery, that's the one.
So sorry, go on.
No. I was just going to say we had a great time though. It was fantastic. Lovely.
Yeah, I bet.
I remember that I think it was I think it may have been Fraser Diamond, who you'll know Fraser, and his dad Peter who worked.
I knew Peter. And I know Fraser too, yes.
Yeah. I think it was Fraser that was telling me about maybe a party at Gary Kurtz's house and Mark, or was it a party that Mark Hamill had? I think Katie might have mentioned it to me as well. I think you were saying that, Mark was very close with all of the little people. Like he got on so well with him. You said he was like a big joker and stuff. That you had some kind of gathering with with a large group of you somewhere. I don't know if it was at his house or his hotel, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember that. I don't know. No.
That proves it was a good party.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the only party I remember was the end of filming party. That was a big party. Yeah. Oh, and meeting Katie as well.
Yeah, meeting Katie. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. But I don't remember the other one. No. Perhaps I wasn't invited.
So was the rap thing on set? Was that an on-set thing, the rap party?
Yeah. No. It was in. I think it was in the studios or near the studios, but no, it was in a special. I think it was like a big conference hall or something.
Right.
It was in the studios, I think, but I'm not sure. I can't remember where it was. Yeah,
was
long time ago. Yeah, very late. All nighter, I think.
Was it?
I think so. Yeah, if I remember rightly.
Who was the biggest party animal? Who was the biggest party animal? Can you remember? Was it Brian Wheeler?
Oh, you're joking. He's like a vicar.
Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher, yeah. She's quite a party animal. I'm trying to think now.
Yeah.
I think probably Katie Purvis.
Oh, this is it. Here we go. It was Katie that told me. Right. So here's the confirmation. Yeah.
Right.
We had a baby shower at Gary Kurtz's house for Mark Hamill.
Oh yeah, I didn't. I don't think I went.
Okay.
I didn't go. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's two separate stories that I've merged because I remember Fraser telling me about going to Gary's.
Oh right.
And now Katie told me about going to Gary's. So I've merged the two in my head.
I didn't. We didn't. That was cool. I don't think I went. I don't think Brian went either. But yeah, I don't know. I definitely didn't go anyway. Yeah.
Well, you went to the rap party though, and that's the main thing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Gary, of course, sorely missed as well. So, what's next for you then? Hopefully, Pat. Well, you've hopefully your convention will still go ahead at the end of the year, and then
mostly I just do conventions now. I don't get many. I get jobs over here, like with the Jean-Claude Van Damme thing, and little bits and pieces like commercials and things like that. But nothing major at the moment. So maybe I'm too old.
Oh, there you go. It was just before we made Return of the Jedi. What are you talking about? You're in your prime at the moment.
Am I? I wish you'd tell my body that.
If Disney and Lucasfilm phoned you and said, we'd like you to appear in another Star Wars TV show dressed as an Ewok, what would you say?
I'd bite his hand off.
I wasn't expecting that. No, not with them costumes, but no, that's good. Good answer.
No, I would definitely do it. Yeah.
Brilliant.
I'd love it. Yeah.
Will you be doing will you be doing Panto again then? Hopefully.
I don't know this year. I don't know really what's happening with Panto this year. Normally I would. Sorry, my wife's waving through the window.
Hello, Mrs. Heard.
Yeah, normally I would do a Panto, but I just have to wait and see if we get offered. Because I'm not sure how many are going this year or whatever.
Yeah, it's a tricky situation with the theatres and everything, isn't it, at the moment? So
yes,
fellow actors out there, we hope you're all holding up well.
Yeah.
So, oh, hang on. We've got this. And another question. Yeah. Scott, were you in the party scene at the end of Return of the Jedi?
Yes. Yeah, we were all in that. Yes. So that was good fun.
So can you remember the Jawa dance?
Pardon?
Can you remember the Jawa dance? Yeah.
Yes. I remember the Jawa dance. No, not Jawa dance. Ewok dance. We were the Ewoks.
Sorry, Ewok dance. Yeah. What we're talking about.
Yeah, I gotta say. Yeah.
The
Ewok dance. We lost about 10 kilos just doing that dance.
You did. Yeah. Your own personal sauna.
Yeah, absolutely. So if people want to get an autograph or anything like that off you, Andy, are they best off meeting your convention, or would I send them your way or anything like that?
Yeah, find me on Facebook, I suppose. Yeah, if they want that, yeah, just contact me on Facebook or at a convention or whatever. It'd be fine.
Good
yeah,
stuff.
I'm on Facebook, so anyone can find me.
Yeah,
good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it's been great, Andy. I hope it wasn't too nervous.
It's been a pleasure.
No, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Actually, I really have.
Oh, it's been superb.
I want to do it again now.
Yeah.
You're welcome back anytime.
Anytime.
Okay, yeah. All right, just give us a shout and I'll do it. I loved every minute of it. Lovely talking to you guys.
And you. Oh, hang on. We've got a final question from Katie. Here we go.
Okay.
Ask Andy if he remembers the party at Kenny Baker's house. Oh.
Yes, I remember that.
Oh.
Is there anything you could tell us about that party, Andy?
Any juicy gossip about this
Not
party?
really. No. What? What did you say?
I said, is there anything you could tell us about that party?
Oh, no. Nothing. I don't even remember most of it. I mean, it's such a long time ago. Katie must have a better memory than I have, so. But she's younger than me anyway, so.
Well, Katie, if you're up for it, you can come on and tell your stories very soon.
Yeah, I look forward to that.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Your son's throwing a cheeky comment in here as well.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a price list?
Do you have a price list? You couldn't afford it.
Yeah. Haven't you borrowed enough money off me?
Yeah, that's right.
Brilliant. Nice one. Well, thanks very much, Andy. It's been great. Terrific.
No, thank you very much,
Andy.
too. Yeah, and you too. I've loved it. And thanks for everyone that called in or sent messages. So it was lovely. Had a great time.
Good stuff.
All right.
Good to see you, mate.
We'll hope to see you again soon.
Take care.
All the best.
Bye.
Mate.
Bye.
Bye, Andy.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Top man.
Excellent. Yeah. What an absolute pleasure to have him on.
Absolute pleasure indeed. So, have we got? Well, we've probably only got about 5 minutes left. We just kept talking and talking, and there's so many comments coming in.
Yeah,
that's what it should be like. That's what the show should be like. It's absolutely
exactly. Yeah.
So we've got about 7 minutes. So do you want to cover a tiny little bit of Star Wars news before we go?
Sure thing. Let's do one article. You pick your favourite.
Okay, hang on. We got a round of applause from Casey. Whee!
Thank you.
Nice one,
Thanks,
Casey.
Andy. And thanks, Katie.
I'll be messaging you, Katie. Particularly after she said I was looking good. I've got to get that check in the post. Right, so let's have a quick look at the Star Wars news here. Oh yeah, should we do a Disney one?
Sure thing.
So a quick one. Let's just do this first. Hang on. Where are we? I'm all lost just streaming through all those comments. Right, here we go.
All right. I've lost your sound. Lost audio.
That's weird.
Oh, yeah.
Just a minute.
I can hear you now.
Okay, just a minute. It stayed on the video for some reason. It usually plays it and then comes straight off, but it didn't.
Oh, okay.
It didn't kick back out for some reason. Sorry about
Technical difficulties?
Technical difficulties for the first time in the show. That's fine. As long as it's not while the talent's on, we're okay.
Yeah, exactly. That would have been embarrassing.
So this is from techradar.com. These new Star Wars Disney Plus rumors sound too good to be true. Admiral Thrawn getting his own series.
Yes.
So the success of The Mandalorian on Disney Plus, coupled with rumors that season 2 of the show will reintroduce key characters from the Star Wars universe, is seemingly sent the rumor mill into overdrive on what's coming next. 2 reports from the past few days have focused on possible live-action debuts of other notable Star Wars characters, and they both raise an eyebrow. Like that. The first is Grand Admiral Thrawn, a character from a long history in the Star Wars universe, originally introduced in the Thrawn trilogy of books by Timothy Zahn, starting in 1991. The character was then introduced into Disney's Star Wars continuity via the animated series Rebels. Zahn has since written more books featuring the character, who's a Star Wars fan favorite. So, according to the DIS Insider via writer Daniel Richman, Disney is looking to cast a live-action Thrawn for use in future Star Wars projects, with the report mentioning a rumor that it could be for his own series. And that's all there is to it. The other recent story comes from the Illuminati.
Illuminati.
I like that. Which claims Disney is looking to cast a live-action version of Ezra Bridger from the animated series Star Wars Rebel, played by an actor in their 30s to 40s. While the report doesn't sign which project the casting is for, it does suggest the project will be on Disney Plus. However, they're not convinced, it says here. Nothing to be said on the matter of Lucasfilm, of course. They've not said anything about it. Why we're not convinced? There's a whole industry of Star Wars rumors on the internet. Previous reports about Boba Fett, Ahsoka Tano turning up in Mandalorian Season 2 felt more convincing because they came from the Hollywood Reporter, a long-established film industry publication with demonstrably spot-on sources. Indeed, the outlet has recently confirmed Scoop in that it revealed Russian doll creator Leslie Headland is making a series for Disney Plus. That was quite controversial, wasn't it? We discussed that in a previous show. Lucasfilm then formally announced that the series on May the 4th, 2020, also known as Star Wars Day, that suggests that we've learned about the cool cameos in Mandalorian's next set of episodes is pretty airtight. Well, I always kind of thought, I'm sure that somebody mentioned this before, perhaps, but what's his name? I think would have made a good Thrawn, but they've kind of wasted him in The Rise of Skywalker. So,
who?
Richard E. Grant.
Oh yes, yeah,
could have possibly been a good one.
Yeah,
I mean, I suppose it is.
And they can't use the voice actor from the series, can they? Because he's already been in Rogue One.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I mean, if he's got makeup on.
Yeah. Well, good point. Yeah, he could probably.
Because he was kind of, he wasn't overused, was he?
No, he wasn't. No, I suppose not. No, I don't know if they would do it, but yeah, they could probably get away with it if they wanted to. And I think fans would probably give it a pass. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Because I think Mads Mikkelsen should play everything.
Yeah.
Jaws 5. Mads Mikkelsen plays the shark.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down with that. Andy's got a suggestion. Oh, we've got a question from Julio Ruiz first. What material makes a lightsaber?
It's plasma.
It's what?
It's a hot plasma. Heated gas. I think I read that somewhere. Yeah.
With a kyber crystal in the bottom.
Yeah.
Kyber crystal plus hot gas. Is that right to get the blade?
Yeah. Or a laser with a force field around it. I don't know. Ask Andy. He'll know.
Andy will know. Here we go. Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yes.
He'd be good.
Yeah. He would be.
Yeah. He would be good. Yeah, we were right. It's a kyber crystal. We weren't far wrong. Yeah, it's a kyber crystal.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
I hope that answers your question. Yes. Now I'd like to see them Are you a cumber bitch?
that's the nicknames for the fans, right? A cumber bitch.
Yeah. She's alright.
I like him as an actor. Yeah, I think he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's good, and he's obviously he's in bed with Disney already to a certain extent because he's
with
been in the Marvel universe.
Doctor Strange,
Doctor Strange. So
he's done some pretty good parts in the past. Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
I'd be down with that.
I can see that.
Absolutely.
But Richard E. Grant would have been good, and I remember once commenting on Thrawn.
insert Skinnish British.
Well, I do collect the 6-inch figurines, the Black Series, and the Thrawn. And I was looking at it one day and thinking, it looks like Roger Moore with makeup on. If it was back then, Roger Moore would have made a really good Thrawn.
I can just imagine that Roger Moore in Star Wars would be pretty fascinating.
It would have been, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Imagine. The Empire will compensate you if he's damaged. Put him in.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Now, whoever they cast is just going to be a huge anticlimax.
Yeah,
we're just going to have
Roger Moore now.
Roger Moore in the Star Wars. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Right, well, that has gone lightning fast.
It has, hasn't it?
That just about wraps it up for this week.
Excellent stuff.
Young man. And yeah, cool. So everybody stay safe. We'll be back next week. And the way things are going, I think we'll probably have another special guest.
Yes.
Because if they're not on the show, sometimes they're commenting. It's brilliant. Or they're just watching. So, yeah. So we'll be back next week.
My wife just appeared at the window then. She's dyeing her hair.
Has she done it Thrawn blue? Or
no.
Fair enough. Right. Well, let's get out of here then.
Alrighty.
Everybody, take care. May the force be with you. Stay safe.
See you next Wednesday, everyone.
See you next Wednesday. Bye-bye. Bye.
See ya.